The difference between winning and losing is most often not quitting. Walt Disney. My friends, stick with this. You can do it. Let's jump into these charts and see how the week ended up. We see unremitting green up candles for 1, 2, 3 strong days after we started the week off, with things teetering over a little bit. So it's beautiful to see things on the S&P push through the 200 EMA, putting us into going long territory, into out of bearish, into bullish territory. So we're excited about that. That is exactly what we want to see. Come out of the bearish, go into the bullish, and we'll see how long this will last. Remember, it's summertime trading zone. Not a whole lot of volume in the market. Things can go up and down. Worst time of the year to try to trade, but we push through it regardless, and that is okay, my friends, because the fall-winter trading zone is coming. We're in the green on the STC on the half-day chart, 2-day chart. We're in the green there too. Look at that 2-day candle also spiking up as far as the wick goes above the 200 EMA there. Now, we saw where before it got up and then dropped off. Are we going to see that happen again? Who knows? We'll continue to watch and see. We're in the green there on the STC, but on the weekly, we're still in the red. Now, we are above the 200 EMA there. We only touched it and then sprang up, so we'll see where things are taking us, but it's looking nice. Now, we'll wait for a pullback, then of course we'll look to go long when that opportunity makes itself available, or if this next week things drop over, go red and pull back through the 200 EMA, we will ride it down. Let's look at the NASDAQ 100. Also, it's been moving up nicely, spiked over, and then again on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, spiked up, pushed through the 200 EMA, green on the STC. That's the half day. 2-day, same thing, moving up in the green, both on the candles and the STC. What about the weekly? Look at that. How sweet. The weekly spiked up at the end of the week into the green. So everything is green on the NASDAQ 100 as it went up for the day, 1.82%. So again, seeing some real bullish activity after all that bearishness. Good to see. What's up with 20-year bonds? Sliding along sideways for many, many days. Down for the day, 0.27%. Which way are bonds going to go? Well, if the market's spiking up and money's flowing into there, bonds consequently should be moving inverse of the market, should be going down. We'll see if they spike over and start moving down as the market moves up. We're below the 200 EMA there, so we're in territory potentially for bearish short moves. We'll wait and see if we can get into TBF this next week. Who knows? TBS is, of course, the inverse fund of 20-year bonds. So green on the half-day chart, green on the 2-day chart, but again, for these last 3 2-day candles, just sort of ending up about where things most recently peaked. So are they going to blast through that and head up, or is that going to be a ceiling and things are going to roll over? Put that in your show notes. Be ready if you see things spike over this next week. Look, however, though, that weekly last week switched over to moving up. Now, it is still well below that 200 EMA, as it is on the 2-day also. So we'll keep our eye on things and see where bonds are gonna go. Now, back to the half-day chart, moving on to gold, up 0.28%. Gold has had 2.5 days of nice up movement, has a ways to go before it goes over the 200 EMA. It is green on the STC. We look at the 2-day chart. Not green yet there, but 3 green up candles, particularly this latest one, still below the 200 EMA on the 2-day. And on the weekly, bouncing off, like we've seen on all of our charts, bouncing off that 200 EMA, and pretty much a doji for the week. Lots of indecision there as far as that weekly chart goes. So what are we waiting for gold? I'm hoping it's going to clear this 200 EMA hurdle and spike up quite nicely. We'll wait, watch, and see. For the day, up 0.28%. Now, Bitcoin, we look at XBTF. That is, of course, the Van Eck Bitcoin ETF. It is a short-term future. What do we see going on there? Well, it's about where it peaked out earlier this month on the 20th of June. And we see where it spiked up there and just sort of stopped again. So where are things going? Don't know at this point. 2-day chart, we can see again it moving up to where it most recently moved up to, not going above that. We look at the weekly, and of course, when you look at the weekly, you can just see, what Bitcoin has done. After the first big rundown from the $69,000 mark, it bottomed, then it popped up, slid sideways, popped up, and then crashed again. Had a little bit of leveling here back in early May, through May, and then of course spiked back down again. So we'll wait, watch, and see where things are gonna go. That's where we are, folks, as we end the day on Friday, as we end the week, and we get ready for another fascinating week in the market. We love to hear from you. Don't hesitate to reach out to us, cw@chartingwealth.com. God bless, all the best from the whole team here at Charting Wealth World Headquarters.